Alright, welcome back to Kuma Style Reviews. What we have is, first I wanted to follow up, and then we're going to do a transformation for MakeToys' MTCD-04 Divine Shooter. So, in the first video where I went over it, had some problems balancing it and things like that, and a lot of it was because of the ankles being so tight. If you guys saw that video, whenever you try to rock them and things like that, really tight, couldn't really, I guess, rock or tilt them at all. And they made this really obnoxious noise. So, kind of a mess. But what I did, I forgot that I had this stuff. It's called shock oil. And this is from a factory team. I don't know what the best brand is, but this one's always done me right. Always just takes a drop. This time I used 2 because they were so tight. You can see how it kind of glistens down there. You can wipe off that excess if you want. I don't really care because it's not touching anything. But just a drop or 2 in between there and just move them back and forth. It took me a minute or 2, and all of a sudden they freed up a lot looser and things like that. And this one doesn't have like screws that you could easily find. It looks like you kind of got to heat up and take off these parts, which I didn't want to do. So I'm glad it worked because I didn't want to have to disassemble it to loosen up the ankles. But you can see here now, no noise. There is kind of a break point or whatever there, but they go freely. And he could stand and balance, and with him being so, not necessarily heavy, but just imbalanced because his wings stick out so far and whatnot, it's nice to have that ankle tilt because you have to use it just to get him to stand in a basic sense. So this actually changed my review from something that was going to be like a 5 out of 10 to a 7 out of 10. But just looking at that, I mean, I'm not trying to get too crazy here because at the end of the day, this is just a quick follow-up. But yeah, mine definitely didn't come the greatest, but at least there's something that could be done. And again, just another walk-in pose, actually, since he's right there. Okay, 1, 2. And being able to plant his feet just makes it a lot easier in general. So let's get this guy balanced out. See where we want it. And I will actually, I wish he had tilt a little bit in the opposite direction. And sorry, not trying to take too much time, but we're going to get this pose because we can. And I already did it for the gallery. I know we can do it. Initially get some light. And this looks really dark in the LCD, so sorry if it's dark for you guys as well. But there we go, a lot more fun to play with just by fixing the ankles. Let's get this transformation stuff started. And the transformation on this guy is really easy. Remove the guns. Now this crotch plate in the back right here, you can remove it if you want to. It's going to end up in the same place, but it's more of a preference thing than anything like that. But what you're going to do from there, there are 1,000,001 ways you can kind of have the chest piece configured to your liking, but I just get it out of the way, kind of get the wings out of the way as much as you can. These 2 arms, they actually just slide out of the back, and of course they're like the tightest they've ever been when I need to review it. That was just a cap that goes right here, so we're not going to worry about that right now. That's just for if you put the shoulder cannon in the other side and whatnot. So okay, so here's what you got. These legs come out the exact same way. Boom. Boom. And again, this piece is going to end up here either way, but for now, let's just go ahead and take it out. Big hands, lots of movement. I feel like I'm going to pop it out anyway. But just know that you don't have to for the sake of transformation. All right, so this chest cover, like so. The head goes down. Boom, boom. Okay? Get these wings out of the way. there's a double hinge here. So this hinge, both, you kind of got to do them in unison. Boom. Then like so for the chest. I'll actually zoom in so you guys can actually see how the chest is supposed to look from the side. Give you a good view. That's how it should look all folded up, okay? Just zoom back out. Alright. So, boom. Alright. So this torso piece here, that's the torso. It kind of splits in half. There's a hinge right there. Alright. And right here, it actually pegs into right there. So, easy enough. Twist here at the torso, right? So again, at the waist, not the torso, but the waist. There's only one twist point, so you can't miss it. But boom. I bring that up. And you peg those parts in. Parts I just showed you right there. Okay, boom. Alright. You actually angle the hips up. Boom. And we'll mess with that a little bit more in a second. Alright. So this. There are two hinge pieces here. One hinge, two hinge. And then third piece there. And basically what you're trying to do is get that into that, right? So you do that. This is how you want the hinge to go. 1, 2. All right. And this is more of a prep thing. Oh, I'm not following my own advice here on how to do it correctly. 1, 2. All right. So see how it pegs in? Easy. Easy. And then there's a piece that flips up right there. And it pegs into the underside of the wing. So, boom, peg in, peg in. And even though it's pegged in right there, you'll still get a little bit of wiggle room, which you'll need in a second. So, this part's about ready. Get that out of the way. All right, so now we'll deal with the legs. Legs pretty easy. Fold the foot in, and then the knee. Bend it all the way. All right. Boom. Then the foot, right? So these peg together, and the wheels don't move or anything like that. So, I mean, they will flip forward for the combine mode, but they click in place. So don't move them. Just peg these two sides together. Boom. Easy. Now, with the arms, you can do this last if you want, however you want to do it. I mean, it's fine, but you're going to reverse them. So what's normally the right arm is going to go on the left side and vice versa. So, boom. You'll want these. You'll have to twist the wrist because you want these pointed up. There's a double jointed elbow, and if it helps, remove it. And then just click it back into place. And then move that shoulder like so. All right. Now when you push this down, there's a peg right here that's going to go into a peg on the foot. Boom, boom. All right. We'll just do each side and then put the legs back together. So try to twist this. Boom. Boom, boom. So there we go. And that's the other side. Boom. Boom. Whoa. All right, So basically, what you're gonna do, the two inside pegs on this piece will go into, break this down like so, the two pegs right there. All right. So we'll actually do that while it's kind of loose. Peg, peg, peg. And it's not a tight fit. Those arms onto here, that just is what it is. All right. And get this piece pegged back in. I'm just moving the chest armor out of the way. It's so weird. There's a lot of wiggle room, but those two pegs right there are pretty exact. All right, so I took it off camera just so I could see and get those pieces lined up, which they're still not. There we go. Once you understand where the peg's supposed to go, it goes fairly easy. I just don't have that piece down far enough. All right, there we go. All right. Now, there's a piece here that pegs onto the side of the leg. If you got everything lined up, it should peg in fairly easy. Alright. That side's alright. That side's alright. And there we go. Actually get that centered. And almost forgot about that piece. Wait. And that's that crotch plate that we went over at the beginning. Yeah. There you go, there's the trailer. And alright, now we're getting this to become armor for Thunder Menace. And basically, it's just kind of getting everything unpegged. 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 Alright, so that's the crotch plate. We'll actually go ahead and stick that on Thunder Menace, just so we don't forget about it. These two pieces, just remove them. Boom. Boom. Alright. And you'll actually keep these feet the same. Then these wheels, if I'm not mistaken, go over like so. Alright. Did you see I flipped that little foot out? Boom. And those are shoulder pads. Take that, flip it forward. Alright. The arm assemblies, you remove those. And these actually become ankles. So, like so. Alright, see that? Separate the hands. Right. Boom. And alright. And then Thunder Menace, shoulder cannons go in here on the sides there. So there are 2 points where it clips in. It clips in right here and right here. Kind of a Male and female reversal. Alright, and it is a hard peg. Boom. And these don't stay in the tightest, so it's kind of what it is right there. Again. The first couple of times I transformed it, I didn't have the problem of it being quite that loose, so that may need some polishing or something like that. But just for the sake of this transformation, I'll keep it as is. Alright. The shoulder pieces, boom. What? Boom. Okay. Now these just flip, you reverse the fist. Alright. Again, flip these out. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. This is tough because there's no real spot for you to get in, like with a fingernail or anything like that either, until you get it started. There you go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright. So these hands, they open, they clip in. Alright. Make sure you got the right hand on the right hand. 1, 2. Alright. Home stretch. This armor here. The wings go out. Alright, you just assemble this like the regular torso mode. Flip that back around and just angle the thighs. This just extend it all the way. Alright. Unpeg, flip, flip that piece inwards, like so. Boom, boom. Okay. And you can see the clip points on the back here. So you kind of put it over. The clips, they find themselves. 1, 2, boom, boom. All right, and again, the shoulder cannon can go on either side. And those go on the wings. Alright, and again, that has been a little bit of a follow-up as well as a transformation on MakeToys Cross Dimension MTCD-04 Divine Shooter. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video as well as the review. Check out the full written review and gallery on kumastyle.com. Thank you guys again for your support and keep on watching. Like, share, subscribe.